So I got something, or a couple of somethings. Yeah, I got a couple of somethings. We're gonna talk about it. So on my recent trip to Ocala, I went ahead and went by Best Buy. Now I could have very easily ordered these items on Amazon, but I wanted to actually go and see a display or go check it out. I got plenty of reviews and trying to see just what the scoop was and what the deal was. I was in the neighborhood for obviously two different things. One being a camera, the other being a microphone. This microphone is okay for a budget. It's a Fi-Fine. The webcam is pretty good for what it is. It's a budget. It's a Nexigo. Both of them, I mean, they've done pretty well. I can play with the color on this, the balance, but still, I'm going to get some things like if I hold this white box up, you can see the color adjustment. So, and I need something that's going to be just a little bit better quality where I don't have those weird color fluctuations every time I raise my hand or do something, and you got to see that. So that's part of my motivation for doing this. Now, I will tell you what's in the box. I'm not going to do like a mass unboxing or anything like that. I'll go ahead and give a little bit of a comparison, sound-wise, picture-wise, what my thoughts are, and then what we're doing going forward. But this isn't a full unboxing type. Oh, look at how it's wrapped and how it's that. No, I'm not. Both of these are packed very well. They come with everything you need, and we're going to go over that just a little bit. But wow, that color thing will drive me up a wall. And I balance these, and that's out. And I balance it for color, then every time I move or go forward, then something else weird happens. So yeah, I have to really be conscious of where I'm putting things so as not to knock everything out of whack. Hopefully I won't have to deal with that with this one. The first one we're going to talk about is the Snowball. It's a blue Snowball, ice, little I, big CE. This one comes in white. This is a cardioid mic, which means that I have to pretty much have the sound going straight into the front of it. They do also make a version that has an omnidirectional mic, which means you could sit in the middle of a conference table full of 8 or 10 people and be able to pick up sound from all over. It's not what I needed. I needed something like this. I didn't know if I need exactly this. This does come with a stand. I kind of like the stand. It just... normal, yeah, squeak. Sorry about that. Anyway, and it has a mini USB in the plug in the back of it. Really easy, no problems at all. So, and little indicator light. You can't really, can you see that? There is a red indicator light, I promise. I don't know if that comes on, shows up on this camera or not. The other purchase was a Logitech Streamcam. Comes with a stand that, of course, will fit on top of your monitor. That's pretty much a no-brainer. Everything does. I like the way the construction's pretty good, pretty solid. One big advantage to this is that if you're doing, say, Google Shorts or TikTok or something like that, that easy. We'll show you that in a little bit, but it is really just that easy. No editing, no type of trying to reconfigure anything. You just take the camera and you turn it. That's it. It'll automatically do it. So it's pretty cool. It also does come with a stand. The stand and another clip. It takes a little bit to try to figure this out and set this up. It's very touchy, but it's pretty good quality. It feels really sturdy. I mean, there's different heights, so you can probably get pretty much anything you need. Now, any height or size you need. So it should work out pretty well. I don't know about the stand yet. Okay, I don't know if I prefer to use the stand or just leave it on the top of my monitor where I'm used to. But you might have to play around with that. The cord is attached. It is I would say roughly it's about that long, maybe about 4.5 feet long. So maybe a little over a meter. Type C. This is a USB 3, so it's going to be a Type C. If you don't have a Type C on the back of your computer, you're going to have to use some kind of adapter. But it is not a type A like the Snowball is. So the Snowball comes with a 10-foot cord. This one's considerably shorter, but the one thing to keep in mind, that's a USB 2. This is a USB 3, so you definitely will need either an adapter or a USB-C on the back of it, on the back of your computer there, to be able to use that. And just like that, we're in vertical format, so we don't have to worry about trying to edit or anything. It's already in the vertical format. Easy to use. TikTok, YouTube Shorts, what have you. Much easier to do from this with the camera turned than it is trying to go through and do something in editing or swap something else around or whatever. Makes it much easier, and it still looks pretty good. So the first thing we're going to do in this test is go ahead and use the N660p by Nexigo and our original boom mic. This one right here. We're going to test just to see, well, not really test, just kind of show what it looks like as far as the camera itself and the microphone, how it sounds. So then we're going to swap from this setup to what will be the new setup. So here are the two cameras side by side with the Logitech on your left, the Nexigo on your right. You can tell that the Logitech looks better, looks more natural, looks cleaner. The Nexigo almost has a little bit of a washed out look to it, like the white balance isn't quite right, or maybe a little bit of a greenish, almost a greenish tinge. And I could correct that with the key lights, but with the Logitech, I don't have to try to correct that with the key lights. I can put it on what they normally should be, and it looks much better. The audio is being recorded with the boom mic, but we're also going to swap that and do that with a Snowball. So hold on just a second for that. So this is the same test with a different microphone. Again, we have the Logitech on the left-hand side. We have the Nexigo on the right-hand side. The Logitech does look better because it is a more expensive camera. It's better technology. It's a better camera. It handles lighting changes and the lighting setup more naturally than the Nexigo does. I can make the Nexigo look better, but that requires me changing the key lights and other lighting around me, which I've tried to do before previously. I don't have to make that same adjustment with the Logitech. It sees it much better, and so that makes my job easier. And then coupled with the fact that we're using a different microphone instead of this boom mic here, should give us a better look and a better sound going forward. This is the new setup. This is the Logitech Streamcam, and we're using the Snowball microphone. Don't know if I'm completely thrilled with. I'm used to like having a microphone closer or something that I can see. I'm not used to having a microphone, a foot and a half away from me, and I'm not really sure that the sound quality, I believe, is better. I'm not sure if it picks up the lower volume, or sometimes when I speak more softly. I'm not really sure that picks that up very well. But in any case, we'll make some adjustments on the camera as far as where it's centered, things like that. I think the lighting is going to be okay. We're going to be able to do all right with that. I might do some more stuff in the background eventually, sooner rather than later. This is the result. So we should end up with much clearer picture. We should end up with a lot less of the gray stuff or green stuff. If I put my hand up or something, you don't see a lot of color change like you would with the Nexigo. That was the one drawback of that. When you moved around a little bit or you put something up in front of it, sometimes the color would change, and the Logitech doesn't do that. Hopefully the sound's going to be okay. I will play around with this quite a bit. I don't know when I will get used to it. Let's put it that way. But, maybe I will. So this is what we'll be using moving forward. I will have to reposition the camera just a little bit because right now I've got both cameras sitting side by side. So I will center that up a little bit better so it looks more natural from the front, and I don't have to worry about everything on the sides of me. The blue microphone, the Snowball here, I got the cardioid model, the one that is a dual mode where it picks up omnidirectional or cardioid. It was slightly more expensive, but I don't need that, especially not sitting at my desk. If I'm going to be streaming or making videos or something like that, I know which direction I need to be speaking into the microphone. I don't have to worry about sitting in the middle of a conference table amongst 3, 4, 10 people or whatever that everybody has to be able to try to talk. So this works pretty well for me. Of course, the camera works well, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm trusting this is going to be a much better experience going forward. I did have some issues when I was trying to record because of lighting and a few other things. And a lot of that I don't have to worry about so much anymore because it is a much better quality camera. There are some other things that I want to upgrade and I want to take care of. Probably going to do something with the background behind me. But then again, I've grown kind of partial to putting things on that dresser back there. Different cases, and of course things like Jim Henson. I love that. A couple other things that are back there that mean a whole lot to me, so it's nice to be able to see some of that stuff back there. And the case or computer or whatever change behind it once in a while, because hopefully it reminds me that that should be the next project I'm working on. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, if you like anything about these two, I will go ahead and put links to both of these down in the description. I will put Amazon links down there because that's the one that helps the channel out. No cost to you guys, but it does help the channel. So I'm gonna put Amazon links down there. I believe the price on both of these is actually the same or a little bit cheaper than it was where I bought them at Best Buy. Best Buy was just more convenient where I could go looking for them and see them. See, touch, and feel and all that stuff in Best Buy where I wasn't able to on the Big A. So, but anyway, that is going to do it for this time. If you got something out of it or you enjoyed it or you like them or you're thinking about either one of these products, you know, do all those YouTube things, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Don't forget to visit me on ThatPaulGuy.tech or the other socials. And just one other thing I'm going to ask you to do, same thing I ask you to do all the time, and that's just be nice to each other. Just be nice, be kind, say hi, open a door, something, you know. It doesn't hurt. Being kind doesn't cost anything at all. And how much more of your day did it take you? None. And what kind of difference could it make in somebody's day? Probably a whole lot. You never know. So anyway, folks, that is what I got. There's other stuff I'm working on, got going on, and it should be kind of fun trying to figure out, because I've done a bunch of intros and outros and middle parts lately, and I have to make sure all these fit in the right folder. So when I get around to editing, I'm editing the right ones together. It's going to be very interesting if I mess all that up. Hopefully I didn't. Hopefully I won't. I guess we'll find out in editing and production, right? Anyway, hopefully you'll get to see this when it's scheduled to be seen. And we did an unboxing and all that stuff, and made sure you got to see the goods. So until next time, when I inevitably get myself into something I got no business being into, I'll see you later.